Nah, man, I ain't ready yet. Nah, I don't want to do it. All right, here we go.
Coming to the beach.
Late Ill Kid at One Youngster, hold it down, bring that street geek and nerd soul. What is up, my people? Today, coming with another wonderful episode of Best Believe It. That is right. All the horsemen here. Beast Vibes Life. It's great to have everyone here with these sunshiny faces and to see everybody in the chat. If you're in the replay, whatever it is, good to see you. But I ain't alone. Like I said, Four Horsemen is here. We're going to start in the bottom square. All right? Getting this drink on. Staying hydrated. You know what I'm saying? Keeping your physical up. All right? And we're high sign.
Yeah, man. Let the mind use the physical as planned. Staying hydrated. Very exhausted. It's a different time for me than it is for these guys. Unabashed Prodigy supporter. And war high sign. Yeah, man.
In the diagonal square, you know him. He's got a checkered past.
Waiting for that crowd reaction. Waiting for that crowd.
Arckatron.
Every single bar.
Every bar you gotta be like, and that's when you fall down.
Now you got, if you'd have said it,
and
like
then we go round.
You got that one off, son.
Hey y'all, it's me, Arckatron. That's ARCKTRN.com. That's where you can find all the stuff about what I'm doing and what we all are doing too, because we are on there too. So check us out. All right.
Yeah. And of course, last but not least, you know, look, man, if you've been looking for the Black Kanye, if you've been looking for Long Beach Hove, if you've been looking for a Prodigy hater, no.
Don't do that, fam. Don't do that.
I'm looking for the wildest hot takes that you will ever hear in your whole life.
I'm just playing. PL Parker Lewis, what's up?
What's good, y'all? I am not a Prodigy hater, by the way. Shout out to Havoc. Help the Bear is out now.
And then he shouted out his
yo, you got to do that.
Not Prodigy. He shouted out his partner.
Because he's watching the
show.
You hate Queens,
Sandra
bro.
Thomas. Nice to see you. Good. We got some news to get into. We got. Look, you know what? First, I'm gonna start off. We got jubilant news. Jubilee. I'd like to tell you guys that the JBP has reunited. That's right. The Joe Budden podcast has now been reunited. It feels so good.
And it feels so good?
Yep. You know what I'm saying? And it's, I don't know, it's understood. Yeah. I don't know what the rest
I peeped some of that episode today with the cast all back together.
Mm-hmm. It was nice.
They talked about some things. It aired some of their, let the audience in on, some of the background of what was going on behind the scenes.
Yeah,
it's informative.
Now, I've only listened to about 30 minutes of it, but I wanted to go to our aficionado, all right, our insider, our how should you say, JBP correspondent, all right, PL Parker Lewis. How you feeling about this?
It feels good to have everybody back, man. When you kind of not so much as invested in it, but if you've been watching some program or if you're like tuned into something for going on 7 years now, it's like you kind of want to see the characters stay together. You kind of want to see the bond stay cohesive. So it's cool to see everybody back together. It's great that they got to work out their differences, and it's cool, man. It's cool. It's a great thing to watch friends get money together without hating each other.
Get this money. That's right. You know what I'm saying? Hey. You know what I'm saying? Instead of fighting, you know what I'm saying? I need to be getting this money. But lastly, Arckatron, I know you watch every episode of the JBP. So I mean, I won't even.
I won't be 100% honest with y'all. as soon as like COVID hit, I stopped watching Joe Budden like entirely my whole entire life.
Dang.
I ain't listened to not
COVID
one
killed
second.
Joe Budden for you?
Even on YouTube,
Damn.
it don't even come up no more on my YouTube. I don't even see it.
Dang.
It's not because I just like I'm more like I watch things or I listen to things and I just move on. Like I moved on from Joe Budden. This like he's a lot for me. Like it's a lot to listen to.
He's definitely a lot. He's Joe Budden is definitely an acquired listening taste.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I kind of bounced in and out of the podcast, but it was nice to see them. I'll listen to the rest of it, see, their perspectives and everything. But it was good to hear that, men talking about like, hey, we had a disagreement. We were able to take some time, talk to each other and get back together. You know what I'm saying? That's what we as men got to be able to do. You know what I'm saying? We out there doing too much hateration, all right? We got to be able to talk to one another, build, go through our differences, come together stronger. At least I hope that's what happened. I've only listened to 30 minutes. They might, like at minute 45, they might be like, so we decided to never do this again. I don't know. So
they're getting there.
So hoping I'm right.
Yeah, they're getting there. They're figuring it out.
All right, word. So that's what's up, man. It's good to see them, you know what I'm saying? Continuing on. You never want to see stuff, break apart, especially as much of a staple as it is to kind of like the commentary around hip hop in general. You know what I'm saying? Their voices are important. So, that was a good piece of news. You know what I'm saying? A little good piece. I want to start you off good because we're going to get bad later, but I wanted to start off good. Now we have some teases that I'd like to throw out there for you fellas to see if y'all are interested. Tease number 1. All right. Your boy DJ Khaled. That's right. DJ Khaled, the one and only. All right. He teased a track called Sorry Not Sorry with not only Nas, but also Jay-Z. After listening to the tease, how much do you care?
The tease that had neither Hove nor Nas in it.
Well, I mean, they were sitting down like at a little craps table or something. So I mean,
we didn't even get to hear the beat.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Wait,
you just heard
what?
This dude that like can't sing, trying to croon on it.
Watch it right now.
Yeah, I didn't watch it, so
yeah,
I don't particularly.
It's like a 30-minute reel, a 30-second reel of Khaled and Nas and Hove. It looks like they're in Vegas at a casino.
I don't care.
Like,
okay. It's not made for me. Like the music is not made for me. It's not catering toward me where I'm at in my life at this right now. Like it's just like rich guys doing rich guy stuff for people who are interested in watching rich guys do rich things. And right now I'm not. There are times when I am interested in that. Now is not one such time.
All right. As we wait for Arckatron, I'm gonna throw this to either PL or Anwar. What is there a collaboration similar? Because there's a collaboration that got a little buzz. Well, the idea of one. That when Freddie Gibbs said, "How about me and Pusha T do an album together?" That got some buzz. People was like, "Oh snap!" And you know what I mean? I'm from VA, so I'm like, word up. But is there a Nas Jay-Z collaboration that either of you would be interested in, and
Nope.
why?
Not interested in no Nas and Jay-Z collaboration. I just talking about this the other day.
No.
Oh, you
Good.
were?
I don't feel like they have. They maybe have one Success. I think Success is their best collaboration.
By
Personally.
far.
Yeah.
Other than that, like Black Republicans, cool, but yeah, like they're just. I think the era when a Nas and Jay-Z collaboration would have been really dope.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't. They were completely at odds in that era. And then like the battle happened, and that was fun and interesting and salacious. But then after that, it was like, yeah, like you guys are so Like maybe on a personal level, like there's a lot more in common there, but on a musical level, there's just not enough there for me to feel excited about a Nas Jay-Z collab.
All right, PL.
But it's always gonna be like, let's stop the world. If they do something together, it's always gonna be like, hey, let's stop everything. Nas and Jay-Z about to put out another okay song.
PL. Arca.
I'm tuned in. I'll check it out. I'm definitely tuned in. I'm not like not gonna hold you, man. The snippet didn't make me. The snippet didn't. It didn't. Ooh.
He was like, ooh, sorry.
It didn't ooh me. So I will check it though on Friday.
I get that. I get that reference, PL.
Are you doing the Martin? Ooh, ooh, what are you doing, man?
Nah, he's doing Eddie Murphy raw.
Oh yeah.
When you make her ooh, you got her.
Yeah.
Shouts to
it didn't woo me, fam. It didn't do that.
Shouts to Jenna in the chat. Nice to see you. All right, so okay, we're not super plus on Nas and Jay-Z. I'm not setting my watch to it. I feel like they had their chances and they didn't do a good job. But you know what I'm saying? I still respect each gentleman separately. Just
love
together.
Those guys, Jay comes out with an album, I want to hear it.
I was
every time Nas the greatest all time to me, so I want to hear it, but just not together. You don't need to put it on the same sandwich.
I would love if they did a joint project. No ID would have to produce it.
What? Pray we never see that
too. I just thought about that. I was like,
no ID would have to produce it.
You know what? I'm kind
of
interested.
I see where you're going with that.
I'm kind of interested.
That probably would provide the best opportunity for success, but I just don't believe that it would.
I'm kind of interested in that.
I don't believe it would be good. I believe it would be super duper mid.
I don't know. With no ID, I am slightly interested now.
It's not no ID is where I'm going with it. It's just I don't think them together I don't think they have that
exactly it. I don't think they have that synergy. I don't think they have that together.
So
you can put them in a room, and you can put like the great ass and no ID in a room with them, and they're just peas and carrots, man.
Peas and carrots.
Peas and carrots.
Shame.
Apples and oranges. Like I love peas. I love carrots. But
hey, I like fruit. I like cake, but I don't like fruit cake.
I like fruit and I like cake, but I don't like fruit cake.
Damn, actually.
Sorry.
Fruit is awesome, but just don't put it into cake.
Man. Cake is great too. Cake is great.
Yep. Cake is awesome. All right, so I see how y'all feel about that tease. I got another one. All right. Of course, on those Twitter streets. After Top Dog Entertainment teases a mystery release date for May 7th, fans are debating which member of the label could be dropping an album. If I could ask, well, you know what? I'll start on this one. I kinda. Here's why I care more on this one, because, and I think this goes to the marketing side. I'm gonna say it's like they're always so secretive that it makes me a little more interested. They're like Top Dog is always so like, you don't know what we doing, you know what I'm saying? So I'm a little more interested in what they're gonna do on May 7th. You know what I'm saying?
We know who's dropping on May 7th, fam.
You know
I think
who's
it's
dropping.
Kendrick.
I think
it's Kendrick, but I'm not sure
of who's dropping.
Hi, son. You know your baby mama's dropping on the 7th.
Oh, SZA dropping?
Nah, I don't know that. I don't think it's SZA.
Who else?
I don't think it's SZA. I think it's Zay. Well, first of all, let me say this.
You think it's who?
To Mike's point, tell you in a second. But to Mike's point, that marketing works extremely well. But I am personally drained on that marketing. I'm so sick of like there to me is such a thing as too much mystery. Like you guys won't tell me anything that's going on. And we all are like, please, can you please just give us a drip drop of water, please? I'm dying. And then they're like, nah. And so then you got this thing like, yo, the wait is over, which could apply to 3 people that fans of TDE really, really, really want. And that's Dot, SZA, and Isaiah Rashad. First of all, I think that May 7th is just going to be an announcement. That's one. Like, I don't think anything's dropping.
Bruh,
I may be wrong. I may be wrong.
If they do that, I'm gonna be mad.
I may be wrong, of course, but I think like that's where we're at. Like, I think people just do that. Like all of these like big announcements, just be like the announcement of an announcement. And then we'll give you like
and they be getting that,
who it is.
They be getting that from like Marvel and stuff. They be like the teaser for the trailer.
They do the same thing
for the snippet. For the movie,
they give you a little snippet before the trailer, and the trailer's like the 20-minute trailer. Then they give you the 40-second trailer, and then the minute trailer, then the second trailer, and the third trailer. It's like
now. All right. I think who is up to bat is Isaiah Rashad. I think that
really.
I followed SZA, on IG, whatever. Seems like she's still working.
I know you do.
I think she's close. Don't do that. Don't put me on. Don't put me in the streets like that. But, it seems like she's still working. It seems like she's close from what like what we saying. We getting snippets. We get TikTok snippets going crazy, turning into their own thing. Then when they drop the song, it's breaking records. It's doing all of this. SZA's touching a lot of paper, getting a lot of streams. She's like doing really well, but I think she's still working, even though I do think she's close. I think Kendrick's rollout is going to be like, like Wu-Tang Forever. Like, yeah, like it's going to be like Wu-Tang Forever levels. Where it's like, yo, like this is the biggest thing in the world.
And the question is this: when do you think Dot is coming out?
I did this the last time, and I lost all of my money at the track. I thought he was coming out fourth quarter last year. I would be surprised. I mean, if I had to take a guess, it would be interesting to see him like in the summertime, like in that space, like summer blockbuster space. But I really don't know. I really don't have any concept of when. I do think that TDE had a quiet 2019 and they want to like heat the streets up again, so to speak, before Dot comes. So like Isaiah would be akin to like Inspect the Deck on Triumph. Like if you're a TDE fan, like people want an Isaiah Rashad record like that. Like him, SZA, K-Dot, like they want that Isaiah Rashad record. And I think that's what we're gonna see first.
They need to be like, yo, on May 7th, they'd be like, I check it. May 7th. They'd be like, word, yeah, that's what we talking about. We here today. 2022. No.
Yeah, then we're gonna make us wait another month for the album.
I'd like to see a situation where they drop, like maybe 2 albums on the same day or something, because there's like multiple people that folks are waiting for. So I would like to see like maybe like drop or do something where this year Netflix, I don't know if you know, it was kind of like a small splash, but Netflix is dropping a new movie every week. It would be cool to see something like, all right, yo, check it, the month of June, every Friday we got a new album for you. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get this, this, and this, and then maybe like a secret collab album on the end or something like that. You could do something like
you
that.
mean the No Limit rollout?
Yeah, you do the No Limit. Like,
that would be kind of cool. I mean, their albums
just something to shake things up.
Their albums are a little more
kind of like how Kanye
substantial.
did that.
He did do that. It did work. I think their albums are too like densely packed for that to work.
For them to be that
in
close?
The same way.
Okay.
Yeah, like I think we need a little bit of space with everybody because like when their albums go, like when their albums go, they go for a minute. They go for a long time.
All right, I'm just trying to think of ways where we can like actually get this music because it's like I know this music exists.
Work, JT.
It's kind of like when people would be like, "Yeah, I finished the album," and there's like 200 hours of music recorded, and it's like, "All right, well, we got 1 hour of music. What about the rest of that? Like, where the rest? What? I'm pretty sure there's some gems in there."
To that point, Isaiah's album has been turned in for a while. Like his album has been being mixed.
Can we get an NERDSoul album?
Yeah, Zia said
I think NERDSoul comes like after Zay. Like Isaiah comes, I think Soul has been pretty suspiciously quiet. And it's been around the same length of time. Like Isaiah, Kendrick, Soul kind of had those like 4-year gaps. So I think NERDSoul's got a lot of like ground to cover, and I think he has like the most to prove, really. Maybe not to himself, but I feel like
I see what you're saying.
I feel like fans want like that breakthrough. Like you had like all of these guys in TDE, they had like their record that everybody loved, and then they had like that record that like broke the seal off of it. Yeah. And I don't think he's had that yet. Like he had Control System, which was like, yeah, NERDSoul. Like, all right, hit us with the second. You hit us with the jab, now hit us with the. And I don't think he's had that record yet. So I think that's where. But I also do have faith in him. Which is, I think he's ready to. I think he's ready to deliver that record.
But a question? Who's is K-Dot the one who has the most gap between albums, years wise? It's been 4 years. My calculation.
Him and Isaiah.
17.
Him and Isaiah
dropped in 18. No,
17.
Nah, he didn't.
Thomas D said, "If the Cole Kendrick album drops, I'm good for the rest of the year."
Check when Isaiah dropped. Arckatron.
Yeah. What's the name of the album again?
That was like 17. That was 17 or 16. And the Sun's Tirade.
I want to say it was 18.
Maybe.
Nah, it was longer than that.
Zia's coming through and says, "How do you guys feel about a Nipsey Hussle posthumous album?" Because I don't know.
It's coming anyway.
Yeah, that's 16 actually.
Yeah.
Whoa, really?
So he's got the longest gap.
Would you think they will make this announcement? I mean, not saying one is less than the other, but I'm thinking like you think they would say this with just for Isaiah Rashad, or would they do this for a K-Dot? Or you think they would do something different?
They'd do this for anyone.
I think they would do something different for K-Dot.
That's what I'm thinking. They would do something different for K-Dot. Maybe it is.
They're gonna roll K-Dot down Crenshaw on a cross, fam.
Yeah, like
that's gonna be the rollout for the new Dot album, okay?
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what they're doing.
Nah, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be like,
it's
gonna be like electricity in the air. Like K-Dot's coming. I see him.
Like Omar.
Right. Like it's
Omar
gonna be like K-Dot is arriving back on Earth.
So, all right. So we'll put that to rest. We got some news. Gangsta Gibbs. You love him. I love him. You know what I'm saying? he got them raps. We was just talking about how people was excited at the possibility of him and Pusha T coming together. Well, lately, you know, Gangsta Gibbs, being his, you know, jubilant self, you know, playing, being funny, you know, everything. He posted up a video that was kind of tweeted from someone else, kind of shared it, and hold up, because I don't want to be, hey, stop it, don't you do it to me. All right, so post up a video, and he says something to, paraphrasing to like, please make sure this white boy ain't got no gun, or keep a gun out of this white boy's hands, right? And hey, stop it. All right, stop looking at me like that. So, all right, so of course, in the video you see I guess like a cashier at a hotel. I think it's a Hilton hotel, and the guy that's talking to the cashier, they're going back and forth over something. I don't know, because the video kind of starts and they're going back and forth over something. Maybe it's a charge on the room or whatever. I don't care. But anyway, the guy is seemingly, you know, upset about it, and he starts like hitting his head, seems to, you know, be having an episode, and then he cries, he runs into the other room, he starts yelling and all kinds of stuff. It's a scene. And Freddie Gibbs posts it up, and, you know, he puts up that you know, paraphrase, kind of like, somebody keep a gun out of this white boy's hand. Now, I told you stop. All right? So, so of course people start coming in and being like, "Oh, Gibbs, you wrong. He got mental illness." They don't know if he has mental illness or not. Now, I mean, maybe he came out and said he did. I did say someone saying that he said he did, so that might be. But at the time, people didn't know. All right, people, you don't know this man. You can't identify this man. You just saw a tweet. So anyway, people were like, "Yo, Gibbs, you wrong. You foul. Gangsta Gibbs, delete this tweet." What I thought was interesting is that Freddie Gibbs was like, "No." Freddie Gibbs was like, "I ain't deleting jack." Now, right or wrong, I'm gonna leave that up to you guys. But right or wrong, it was kind of interesting to see, you know, the pressure come and someone be like, "No." That was interesting, because usually what we see is like pressure comes and then there's a deletion and then there's a, you know, apology tweet after. But, you know, it was kind of interesting to see. He was like, "Nope." This joint staying here.
I think that's a newer thing. That's a new thing, NERDSoul.
Mm-hmm.
But what's the name? The Doja Cat. She did the same thing. When they tried to cancel her, she said, "No, y'all not finna cancel me."
"I don't care. I don't care if I ain't ultra black. You ain't canceling nothing." That's what she said.
She said no. Like, that's not happening.
It's the opposite of Doja Cat.
Yep, the opposite of Doja Cat. So I don't know if you guys have seen the tweet or not, but someone made an interesting statement about how we handle what seems to be either dependence, addiction, mental illness, anything like that. Somebody made a statement, and I wish I had the Twitter user's name. I apologize, but I'm gonna paraphrase. He said, Gibbs puts up videos like, you know, of like crackheads and heroin addicts and stuff all the time, and we all laugh. The second y'all see a white boy, here y'all come down here trying to protect him, and now he need to be, we need to worry about mental illness, and now y'all got to delete tweets and stuff. And I was like, yeah, he's right. Y'all sat by and laughed at many mental illness black people, or addicted black people, or people that were on dependency and stuff, and that probably needed just as much help. But it was funny then. So why is it not funny with the white people?
Hella funny.
It reminds me of what Chappelle said in one of his stand-ups recently about the opioid epidemic. You know, he's like, it's how it was for black people in the crack era. Like,
yep.
It's kind of like, you know, gotta sit through it. I guess we had that.
He was like, "I don't care." The same way you didn't care.
Yeah.
Same way.
Then,
and Jenna James
now
says,
I don't care.
Yeah, Jenna James said, LMAO, the crybabies of IG, always trying to cancel him. He exposed a lot of racist mofos on IG, especially overseas Europeans, which doesn't surprise me. They always love talking about racism in the US when they just as racist or even more overseas. And then Zias comes in and says Gibbs, Corey Holcomb, Dave Chappelle, a few others are always going against the grain. They ain't about that Hollywood, politically correct BS. So that there were a lot of people that came at Gibbs on Twitter that it seemed like you were more mad about him being black than what the video that he actually posted. It seemed like there was a couple of people that was like, we have our opening to be racist. Like, because I was like, y'all ain't even really talking about the video. But you know what? Regardless of how you feel, Gibbs, hey.
Well, he did end up taking down the tweet that had the vid in it. He still wasn't apologetic about it. Nor do I necessarily feel like he needed to be. I mean, my stance on it is, like there was a post that screen capped what was said to be like that. It was someone who claims to be the guy. Take that for what it's worth. It may have been the guy. It may have been someone. It's the internet, so you gotta do your own research on that. That was sort of giving context to the video, and like the person did have, according to these Reddit posts, did have a series of mental health issues and was having a meltdown over some things that were happening with a challenging customer, which is fine, which I'm sympathetic to.
Uh-oh.
At least to the degree that never mind. I'm not going to get into that part. I'm sympathetic to. But I do think it would be different if the guy didn't look like he did. And I do think that it has been different when those variables were rearranged with things that Gibbs himself posted.
Yep.
So I totally get his, stance of like, all right, like now y'all trying to turn it into something different when it's okay. I'm gonna keep banging. Keep banging. Keep banging. Keep the energy.
So
keep all that energy.
Speaking of energy, all right, someone who you thought was like, yo, man, I don't know will we ever hear anything else? Will we ever get anything else? Well, guess what? Lil Kim is going to uncover misogynistic industry hidden moments in the Queen Bee memoir. That's right.
I hadn't heard
years, Lil Kim has publicly chastised her portrayal in the 2009 Notorious B.I.G. biopic Notorious, citing it to be unrealistic. It's a classic, though. If you haven't seen it, you need to see it. It's not classic because it's great, but it's classic because it's classic. All right, you need to see it, especially the portrayal of Puff Daddy. It's amazing.
Now I gotta watch it again.
Dude, when he comes in the room, he's like, it's perfect. So on November 2nd, the trailblazing hip-hop legend is set to tell her truth from her own perspective in the Queen Bee memoir book, co-written with veteran hip-hop journalist and former Hip-Hop DX music editor, Kathy Landoli. And I guess she really dope. I assume. I don't know. She was the Hip-Hop DX. I don't know what they do. So anyway, quote, I'm excited to finally get to tell my story after all this time, Lil Kim told people in wake of the Queen Bee's announcement. Many people have thought they knew the story of Lil Kim, but they have no idea. This goes into intricate details. It follows on saying it goes into intricate details, and it kind of like goes from, from the beginning, what I'm saying, especially detailing like just her interpersonal relationships. Are you interested in a Queen Bee book? Or would you be more interested in a Queen Bee doc? Or are you interested in Queen Bee at all? I'll throw it to Arckatron first.
Yeah, I'm fine with the book. It'd be interesting, to see her perspective of everything that was going on back then up until how is it like how far does it go? Like does it go to like up latest like right now?
Let's see, it goes.
Or does it
I don't think it says exactly how far it goes.
Well, if she just talks about whatever, I think I'd be interested in that. See what she her perspective and what she's been through and things like that. So that'd be interesting. I'm interested.
Yeah, it doesn't really say how far it goes back. It's just going to be her book. So
yeah,
but
if it's just her life, then
they do have a mock-up though. You know what I'm saying? I'll throw the link in the chat so y'all can see a mock-up of the book.
Okay.
Lil Kim Queen Bee. You know what I'm saying? She like, yeah, that's me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, look, why not? So I'm gonna throw the link in the chat so y'all can see this piece. Hold up real quick. Get y'all up in the chat. PL, how you feeling about the Lil Kim book?
I think a doc would be better for her.
Okay.
I think a doc, if promoted correctly, would, I don't want to say rejuvenate, because that would imply that, but it might give her that jump start to get back to where we all kind of think she should be. I think that a doc would be more suited for that in this climate.
Yeah, she might as well go in and get that Emmy. You know what I'm saying? Go and do
How
a
about
hard hitting doc.
I'll take both.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I'll stop by the book.
But Lil Kim, all right, Lil Kim, I know you watched the show. I know you watch NERDSoul. You need to know about Falcon and Winter Soldier, and you need to know about hip hop. So I know you watched the show. Look, don't do like an 18-part documentary. Just say like 2 parts, maybe 3, and get real. And don't shy away from tough stuff. All right, your childhood. You gotta go deep because you want to get that Emmy. All right. So if you got to cry on camera, you got to cry on camera, but you trying to get that Emmy.
Man,
right?
Tell Oxygen to throw Kim a bag.
Lil Kim, don't listen to these other brothers. Don't do a documentary. I was at first I was like, yeah, doc and a book, but just do the book. The book is going to probably be fire. The documentary is going to be a stupid retelling of all the stories that we already know and have heard 100 times. It's not going to be anything new in the documentary.
So you're saying Kim is going to say where she was when going back to Biggie and Tupac? That's what you're saying? We're going to go back to that story?
Yes.
Gotta fill in the blanks. Where was Kim?
That's going to be 2/3 of the documentary.
That's not going to be 2/3 of the documentary.
It's going to be 2/3 of the documentary.
Biggie is definitely 2/3 of this documentary.
It's 2/3 of the documentary.
No.
Then it's going to be a third of like what I did. It's going to be split. The last third is going to be how I met Biggie. And then the other half is going to be what I did after Biggie shoehorned in. And then it's going to be like a doc about Lil Kim that's actually about Biggie. I don't want that at all. I want to know about Lil Kim. I want to hear what happened, all her stories. When the rappers get down with the author and they do a book, there's a kind of a track record of like the books actually being really entertaining and interesting looks into their lives and their journeys in the music industry. And I am definitely interested in Lil Kim's story. She probably got a lot of stories to tell.
Yeah.
Documentary,
that's what I'm saying. Like a documentary could be cool.
He's gonna be like, oh yeah, we got Lil Kim here. She's gonna tell us all the stories. So let's get started, Kim. When did you meet Biggie? I'm cool.
Hold up. No, but it's not.
I'm super good.
Lil Kim, let me do the documentary. I'll make, because I know Biggie is, a big part of your life, but he ain't the only big part. I know, but look, I know he's a large part of your life, but there's other things. Like, I'd like to know about certain studio sessions. I'd like to know about her, you know what I'm saying, actually coming up, her life in school, maybe her relationship with her, you know, with her parents, also her relationship on the business side of things throughout the different stages of her career. You know what I'm saying? Like those are extra deep details that, a little music industry nerdish, but you know, you can kind of get on that side a little bit. And then also to kind of get a look at the kind of amount of control that she did or didn't have during, like, whether it was like songs, beat selection, you know, touring, any of that stuff, to kind of like put that together and see like where she was mentally at that point. Because she was also a trailblazer in fashion too. Like, don't sleep. She was a trailblazer in fashion. So like you got that as well.
That would not be in the documentary, but yeah, she was.
What won't be in the
documentary is, when did you meet Biggie? Where were you at when Biggie died? Hey, you went to jail that one time and you was mad at Junior Mafia, right? Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, man, thanks for your time. Appreciate you coming in.
That's messed up, yo.
Hey,
Lil Kim, care more.
What was going on with that Nicki Minaj thing?
And that's another thing I would like to. That's another thing I would like to get into is the difference in the climate around women at that time as opposed to this time. Have other women come in and speak about her, and if there were, there was a, kind of impression or impact at all on their career or on their style, from old to new. Because I mean, we were talking shortly about it. We made a video. Somebody actually commented on that video today, where we were talking about, like, hey, female posse cuts and stuff like that, because you had a lot more female, I guess, collaborations in a larger sense, not just like two people, but like larger groups. And I was like, I'd like to see some more of that. I think that would be cool. Like throw some women together and just like do a cool song, like, like Ladies Night or something like that. Like just something fun. And of course, seeing them through her lens and maybe seeing her through their lens.
Hey, Kim, I remember that hardcore poster that had a lot of cats in jail. Like, remember the hardcore poster, Kim? Yeah, I remember it. Yeah. Credits. I don't want that.
And I ain't trying to hear. I don't want to hear no stories about somebody through your lens. Get out of here. We want to talk about Biggie.
It's gonna be the same
like another
thing.
Reason to bring up Biggie, the Biggie story, Tupac story.
Another reason to bring up the Biggie story. Another reason to bring up the hardcore poster.
I hope it's not
talking about the album though. Like, because the album is fire.
Just the cover.
We've never heard the story, but we only ever hear about that poster. Remember when you did that poster? That poster had the streets hot. Yeah.
Well, I mean, because the
people
poster,
in jail.
The poster did signify a huge turn.
Don't get me wrong. But that's
amazing. Not the only thing.
I love the poster personally. I'm a fan of the poster. I just don't need to hear the story about the poster again. I'll say. I just don't need to hear the story of the poster again. Like, people in jail were stabbing each other over the poster. Yeah, I know. I heard the story. It always comes up.
But yeah, there's a lot of stuff in her life that
remember you did Lady Marmalade. Yeah, I remember she did that.
I was there.
I was there.
Or even get her perspective.
I remember MTV was playing it. It's just not gonna be comprehensive.
Yeah, it's not going to be. It's not going to be what I want. Yeah, you're right. It's not.
Because you got
especially if Oxygen
time
does
is Illmatic, right? Especially if, let me not even say it like Oxygen is trash. I don't mean it that way, but like there's this tendency by when a doc is pushed through a certain space, I think
Oxygen and Lifetime, they're going to be like, where Biggie at?
I think like the headspace is, let's make it like casual enough for people who may not be super into this person, like a hardcore fan of this person, so they can get into it and get up to speed. It's sort of like the same thing with comic book movies. Like hip hop documentaries are sort of the same as comic book movies in that way. It's like, how many times are you going to give me Batman's origin story? How many times are you going to give me Spider-Man's origin story?
I was glad that they didn't do it in the new Spider rendition. I'm like, thank you.
So like,
we know the story.
We know. So as far as docs go, I feel like, you know,
move on.
If it were like something that was full length and it just was tackling something different, like Time is Illmatic was good, Beats, Rhymes, and Life was good about Tribe. Like there's a couple that docs that are like, oh, these are fire docs about that. Mics and Men was pretty good. Like a couple of docs that were like, okay, cool. Like we know you're gonna touch on these things, but you just kind of like, yeah, that happened. Okay, so about this other like overarching time in your life, like let's delve into that. If we were doing that with Kim, I would love to see a documentary. I would love to see this, to hear the stories and see the times in her life that we never get to touch on because we're always talking about how she met Biggie, how she felt and where she was when Biggie died. Not that that's not important.
Yeah.
Just saying we've heard it a lot of times.
Yeah. And
Batman's origin stories. Hey
Batman,
so when your parents got killed in that alleyway, how'd you feel about that?
Wow.
That's what turned you into Batman, right? You know that's what turned me.
Yeah, I can see that. Shot by Nolan said, it'll be like that if Benny Boom directs it. And then Jenna James said, or Hype Williams. And then Deep House Nation says a real documentary.
If Hype Williams directed a documentary, I'm gonna watch it. I'm not even gonna lie.
Hype Williams do a documentary.
I want to know what that.
You should do a documentary.
I want to know what that looks like. That actually would be fire. A Hype Williams documentary done about himself, done by Hype Williams.
Yeah, like a
that would be amazing.
Like an
autobiography of Hype Williams.
Yeah.
Beyond the hype. Yeah.
Ooh, you did it. You did it, man. You did it.
I'm cooking.
We just wrote that.
I'm cooking.
Pay that
it
man
writes
his
itself,
money.
Man. Please drop the bag on me.
Let's see. What is it? Deep House Nation says a real documentary would show whose idea it was to market and sexualize her image like that. Was it her choice or the label heads? I don't know if she's ever covered that.
Or Biggie.
From the stories, it was Biggie.
Oh,
part of the origin story.
Back to Biggie.
but then you do have things like because Biggie isn't the only person that was ever around her. You have Biggie, you have Jay, you got Foxy, you got her, you got Biggie, Jay, Puff, Foxy. You got her relationship to new people coming into Bad Boy at that time. You have like people like Faith. You also have her relationship with like DeBrat, her relationship with Missy, and then you can also ask them questions that kind of signify what their relationship was with her. And like,
how do you think? So Missy, how you think Kim felt when Biggie died?
All right, man, we out here. Look, I'm trying to have a real documentary.
Tell you any stories. Do you have any Biggie stories for us?
You got any stories that we don't know? Yeah. You got any stories we never heard about Kim?
I know Kim
stories.
Maybe something from around when Biggie was before Biggie had
just when he was about Kim and Biggie stories.
Because I know how Kim has many layers, and she has a deeper understanding of probably Puff than anyone has, at least right now. A deeper understanding of Bad Boy Records. A deeper understanding of, I guess, like the politics and music at that time in Brooklyn. There's tons of things that there's tons of threads you could pull on and have like a very interesting documentary. But I know,
yeah, man.
we're like,
and
like,
then like getting
so
her
how
talking
about B?
getting her talking about like getting her talking about the dynamics of women and men of power in the industry and her behind. Like, I want to hear that. I want to hear like what was it like to be a woman at that time in the industry and to be like one of the hottest women in the industry at that time. Like, what was it like?
No, Tyler Bennett
going
didn't
into
say
your first
Surviving Bad
album.
Boy.
What was it like doing your first album? What was it like when, you know, like she has a lot of her own career highlights.
Yeah. And
a lot of them.
I think there's a lot of story there that I think, but yes, if Lifetime.
And of course, you know, we're gonna cover the Kim Foxy beef at some point. You know, I'm sure that's gonna come up. What you can do
is also speak, because I mean, maybe there's an opportunity, and this isn't trying to, you know, this isn't trying to be, you know, like salacious or whatever. But
you're trying to broker peace right now.
Maybe there's an opportunity. Will and Aunt Viv, they had their moment. Maybe there's a moment to be had for this documentary. You know what I'm
saying? Put Foxy in the documentary.
Yes, why not?
Please don't.
Years have passed. Temperaments have changed. Perspectives have changed.
It would be interesting,
maybe there's a moment
it would be
you
probably...
saw Will and Aunt Viv got back together. They hugged each other. Maybe there's an opportunity here.
I don't know about get back together.
Monica and Brandy got back together too.
Yep. See, well, I know that can.
I look a little. Yeah.
That was. I mean, they were in the same room and they were cordial.
Well, yeah, we'll come together for a bag.
See where I'm at? Yeah. They probably would come together for a bag at this point. But maybe they wouldn't. I don't know how deep it runs. You know why? Exactly.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like there's a lot of story to be told behind Lil Kim's, or something that I've wondered myself, the decisions and the choices behind like plastic surgery, stuff like that. There's things to get in there. Maybe things that might be outward facing imaging or inward facing, or you know, outward in or inward out. Or it could be, you know, statements, agents, whatever, that kind of stuff. That's interesting stuff that gives you the life of an artist.
Man. Kim as a mother.
Yeah.
Let's get some thoughts on that. I want to hear about that too.
You know, the life of an artist, you know, that has been active this long, and what toll does it take on you, if there is one at all, or if there is one but you don't see it? Do you see it as part of the game? Do you know, like, there's tons of stuff in there that you could get into and really, you know, see who she is as a woman, you know, back then, throughout her career, and now. And I think a documentary
so let me ask
be done
this
well.
question. It cannot be done well, but let me ask you this.
It could be done well.
It's 100% chance of it not being good, but there's a 100% chance.
You have no faith
of catastrophic.
As long as Lifetime or Oxygen doesn't do it, then it'll be cool. Like, say it, like Showtime did the Wu-Tang documentary.
Okay, maybe if Showtime did, but barring Showtime, HBO, somebody like that doing it, there's a 100% chance of catastrophic. There's a 100% chance of catastrophic midness if they do a Lil Kim doc. And for the record, it's not because Lil Kim's life is not interesting as hell. I would love to see a doc for anyone who's not clear. I think a doc on Lil Kim would be fire. I think she would have to fight a hell of a fight to make that documentary actually be about her life and not her reaction to Biggie's life.
Okay.
With a fight that she will not have to have in her memoirs.
Yeah. True. And what is it? Tyler Bennett, of course, following up Surviving Bad Boy, made another opportunity for Lil Kim 30 for 30. Have ESPN do it. Look, Tyler. Look, actually, there is.
Get it? Because we're going to wait. Is 30 for 30 all sports people?
Yeah, it's all sports.
Yes.
So, but here's how it makes sense. Because like a lot of people wanted to shoot their shot with Kim. So you know, it's kind of sports related. If you
tell it from the athlete's perspective,
spin it. You could do it from, you know, you might do it from that perspective, but like, yo, that's the marketing right there. Like, yo, you know, you always wanted to shoot your shot with Kim.
Yeah.
Here's your chance. 30 for 30, Lil Kim.
Lil Kim.
But you see, can y'all drop the bag? Can y'all drop the bag off? I'm trying to hit them offices over that way. Drop the bag off, man. Make me an offer I can't refuse.
Oh man. Anyway, all right. So one more story and we out.
Do we have
I was on Twitter.
Wait, let me ask you a question real quick.
All right, go ahead.
Who has the best hip hop book? Like we got a lot of memoirs and life stories from artists. Who are like some of your favorite hip hop artists who had books about their lives? Like the favorite hip hop books.
Have I read anybody's book outside of Common?
I have that book here at the crib. I haven't read it yet.
Does the Wu Manual count?
The Wu Manual?
I would say the Tao of Wu probably it counts, but I would say the Tao of Wu is probably more autobiographical.
I gotta get that one. I've been meaning to for like 10
years. I would recommend that. I have that, and I enjoy it quite a bit.
Yeah, I haven't read enough books from
I loved the Prodigy book. We all know this.
I gotta put a reading list together, get my Audible on, and get
I still got the Audible.
Get my
the 50 Cent book is pretty dope too.
Play.
Oh, it's amazing. Boy, are you in for a treat.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
In Prodigy's book, around page 3, does he say, "Yo, I'm gonna stop this book for a second to let y'all know what I is. I want y'all to listen to me for a second. All right?
No, but like
this is my world.
There's so
let
many
the book
like
go on.
it's like the most Prodigy product that you could like. It is so deeply steeped in everything that you think Prodigy is. Like it's amazing. Like that book is amazing on a lot of levels. Like it is an extremely enjoyable read. As y'all know, I might have mentioned this to y'all, and y'all, I don't know if y'all remember it, but like I got You God's book, one of them Audible. Like, you know, I had to give you the credit.
Oh yeah, you told me.
I was like,
I remember talking about it.
I enjoyed his book. I kind of want to hear Rick Ross's book.
I heard that one was dope. 50 Cent's book is good.
50's book is
50
good.
Cent got a
I
book?
got that one on Audible. Yeah.
Oh boy.
It's pretty good. I got that on Audible as well, and I did quite enjoy that.
Why do I feel like
I haven't gotten Cormega's book yet.
Oh boy.
You had to say that name, man.
Wait, what name you say?
Who, Mega? Who, Cormega?
Nah,
is that why you said that? I thought you were responding.
now.
Yeah, I'm not.
I thought you were responding to 50 Cent.
The beef is up. 2021. 2021. We're done. I don't have no problems. Cormega has a book. It's part of hip hop history. If you want to know about Cormega's life, go read it. See?
NERDSoul says he's done, and that's a lot.
Look at the growth.
Growth. Thank you. See? No more problems.
Jenna James and Zayas are just dumping all the names of the books.
Yeah, I'm trying to actually keep up with these books too. So I'm gonna try to keep up with these books and like see if I can find them all.
Who are they saying? Because I might have read a couple more that I don't remember.
Decoded by Jay-Z.
That one's pretty good.
Have that. I haven't. I didn't
He's gonna decode the game, son. Because Hove did
There's
that.
The Gospel of Hip Hop, the first instrument, KRS-One. I didn't even know that was even a thing.
I didn't know that one existed.
This one on DMX has DMX has one. It's
DMX
called Earl,
does have.
Earl
I feel like
E.
yeah, he did have that one. That's probably pretty good.
All right, word up. So yeah, y'all
okay.
drop those in. I'm gonna see if I can make a list of them and put them in the chat. I mean, put them in the description or whatever. And I'll see how many I can find and maybe get started. I got some other books.
I'd like a Busta Rhymes doc.
You know
yeah, that would be dope.
Busta Rhymes documentary.
All right, well, I'm covering some of these.
Bus, how did you feel about when Biggie died? Were you at the Source Awards when Suge made the speech?
Oh, he definitely.
How'd you feel about the speech?
How did you deal with the East Coast West Coast beef?
How did you deal with the East Coast? Maybe not. Maybe never mind. Now I don't want.
Oh, he's getting that one. What do you mean?
I don't want it now.
That one.
So another big look for you was the Victory video with Puff. Man, tell us about your relationship with Biggie. I don't want it.
Yo, all right. So we got one more story left. A story that was interesting to me because I was on Twitter and I saw the words "Pray for Kodak Black," and I was like, "Oh snap! Kodak Black must be in a hospital or something." Because like, you know what I'm saying? People saying pray for him. So I was like, all right, I don't know, something bad happened. Well, not exactly. And when I say not exactly,
this topic comes up so much on this show these days.
Yeah, I'm like, do we have to before? Because I knew that was the last thing we had to talk about. I'm like, what are we praying for now?
I'm gonna think of something else for us to go out on real quick. Spend 5 minutes on real quick.
So that's Kodak not the Black last pleads topic. Guilty to first-degree battery and assault in his 2016 rape case. He was sentenced to 10 years, suspended to 18 months probation, with the condition that he takes full accountability and publicly apologizes, which he did in court. He must also undergo counseling. And
I didn't know that part. I'd heard about the admission of guilt, but not about the sentencing part.
Oh yeah. So
I figured the admission of guilt had to be a part of some legal, like gambit to avoid jail. Yeah.
So basically, what he did, he got the 18 months or whatever, but after that, people were, there was an outlet that said, pray for Kodak Black. You know what? I'm gonna come at this from another angle. You know what? Because people want to be like, people want to be like, you know what I'm saying? Let's dunk on Kodak Black. You know what? I'm not gonna dunk on Kodak Black right now. You know what I'm saying? Look, we feel how we feel about him. That's just leave that where it is right now. I want to talk about how good his lawyer must be. To get 10 years turned into probation and to just apologize when you're in court not looking the most, how should you say, judicially presentable?
Which by the way should not ever play a factor in how
it shouldn't, but it does. Don't get me wrong. I agree with you. Justice should be blind. We should. And Arckatron was talking about this, where no party should be able to see each other. You know what I'm saying?
So, raise the rule.
but to get that 10 years turned into probation with just an apology,
probably happens
and some
more
counseling?
Often than we think, to be honest.
Yeah, but for Kodak Black, I think is what the extra level of difficulty is here. I think we see stuff like this play out for Chad a lot. But I think this might be one of the first times I've seen this play out for a Kodak Black or a Kodak Black type. So I was like, wow, I was like, so he ain't going to no jail.
But so what's the pray for Kodak part though?
Yeah, I don't know. Some outlet said pray for Kodak, and I was just like, and
maybe they're praying that he stays out of trouble or something like that. I don't know.
I guess, but I was just like, if he's admitting to this or if he did this, like I don't know. Maybe you mean pray for Kodak, like yo, change his life. And I don't know where the pray for Kodak came from, but that's what the story, the trend led to. But I will say this:
it is a strange landscape out there.
Yeah, there's a strange landscape.
Streets.
But I will say this: kudos to the lawyer. That lawyer is worth every penny, because when it comes to people that look like us, they be too happy to throw you in jail. And for him to look at 10 years and be like, nah, man, all you got to do is say you're sorry and go to counseling. It's not a bad look. Not saying that he should or shouldn't be going to counseling or should or should not be in jail. Just saying that. He should
definitely be going to counseling.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, he should definitely be going to counseling and probably should be in jail too. But just saying the angle of like the lawyer.
I don't think jail has served Kodak well in the past. I don't
think jail is. Yeah, you might be.
I think we're past it now. Don't get me wrong. I'm not one of those people that's like, yo, nobody should go. Some of y'all should go to jail. Some of you should be in jail right now. But
some of y'all watching this show should be in jail.
Some of y'all watching this should be in jail. But I think the viability of rehabilitation in his particular case, it's like, nah, like you just dropping him into an environment where
I don't
know. It's not really seeming to have any. I mean, to be fair, this last stint that when Trump pardoned him, he's been flying pretty straight, it seems, since then. But
good point. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe he need to be washed in the blood. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is.
He does not need to be washed in the blood, sir. That is not a solution to any of these issues that these guys are having. The blood is not going to help you with your mental health issues at all.
Oh man, Jesus, he will fix it.
No, he won't. A trained mental health professional will fix it.
Oh man, but
won't he do it?
Won't he do it?
Won't he will?
No is the answer.
No.
He said no.
No. Won't he do it? No. In case you were
wondering.
In case you were unclear about my stance, no.
Oh man.
I don't speak for the rest of the panel when I say this. But I should be appointed to speak for the rest of the panel in this particular issue. He won't do it. Stop relying on him to do it. Go get some help in the world.
Yeah. Oh man. So with that said, we have exercised the demons. You know what I'm saying? You guys have come here, we hung out, we chilled, we talked about
decoded the demons.
We have decoded them. We talked about JBP, talked about Kim, you know what I'm saying? Talked about your boy Nas and Jay-Z. We got into all of it. And we left y'all with the knowledge that, you know what? Maybe he won't do it, but you can do it. I hope so.
You can do it.
But you, I hope, can do it.
Look at you. You still here. You still
sitting on the couch. You ain't doing nothing. You can do it. So
y'all gotta give us y'all picks. Who do we think in the chat? Y'all gotta tell us who we think is coming with this announcement from TDE.
Yeah, because I saw a lot of people saying NERDSoul. I saw some folks come through with Isaiah. I think I saw one K Dot in there, but I didn't see any scissors though. No scissors. It was scissor free.
The only one that's been dropping music. Okay.
PO was like the only one that dropping. You know,
is our audience like an R&B free zone? Like, do y'all like R&B?
That's a good question.
Are y'all like
R&B?
Are y'all still on the like? I don't like singing on my hooks wave. Like, what y'all on? I genuinely don't know. I mean, the audience. I'm
sorry.
Speaking to them. Okay. I genuinely don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, are you guys into R&B? Do you also listen to R&B now? And then also the different forms, like, you know what I'm saying? Are you consider, depends on who you consider R&B, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, do you listen to singing of any form? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, are you down with the who would be SZA's contemporary? Her.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other people that are.
When you said her, I thought you meant like SZA. I was like, who would be her?
No. Her.
Like, I suppose you can say that. Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to think of like people who are as popping. Like SZA is reaching like levels. SZA is getting to where it's like, all right.
She up there with Ree?
She's up there with Ree at this point. Like she's at the like she's at the point where we gotta. We could say she's at the point where it's like, all right, there's levels to this.
All right, now
she's at that level.
Thomas D said Ari Lennox.
Because Ree might be on another level with the Fenty and all that other stuff.
Well, Ree's on another level with that and like the time in, but I feel like Good Days and Hit Different and like these last couple songs pushed her up into the space where now we gotta put SZA in the conversation too.
Okay.
Musically,
like her fandom is like,
yeah, people that love SZA love SZA. Like, cause me, I'll be like, oh yeah, I heard some songs, pretty cool. They'd be like, you ain't fan enough. You have to know every song by heart. You got
bitch, I do.
Anyway, guys,
but it's crazy because I don't even like really like Control like that. But I love her, but I don't really like the album like that. It's not for me.
Understand.
What the album is about is like, this is not for you. Go in the other room. And you got a game to watch, but I don't like sports. Well, watch some anyway.
Watch something else.
Back in an hour. Watch something else. Go watch some anime or something. Ain't that what y'all do?
Ain't that what y'all do?
Okay.
Man. So with that said, right over here, Arckatron, say peace.
Peace, y'all. Arckatron. Arckatron. No, Arckatron. I got all kinds of names. Arckatron, Arckatronymous, Archimedes, you know, all that stuff. You can find me at arckatron.com. and I got collaborations with everybody here. And more collaborations in the future coming very soon.
You know
for everybody. What?
We gonna drop something. You wait for May 7th.
He sent the picture.
You wait
the
for
picture
May
has been
8th.
sent. The picture has been sent to my email. I have it.
Oh, I'm supposed to send a picture to your email.
Yes. I'm
those that don't
pictures.
know,
Give me the pictures for the album.
41st time.
Let's do this.
Y'all wait for May 8th. All right. I know TDE said May 7th. Y'all don't worry about May 7th.
Oh, what's May 8th? Are we be dropping May 8th? Okay.
We all going to do something.
How is that possible?
You just hold your breath.
Why don't we just do it on the 7th and say that this was the announcement? We're signed to TDE, no?
Yo,
TDE, if you watching, please sign us.
TDE,
I'm trying to get up. I'm trying to get off this hard ass boulevard, bruh. Like, it's hard on the boulevard.
TDE now got somebody watching like
BBL. TDE signs BBL on May 7th.
Yeah,
we got our TDE change.
TDE holla. You know what I'm saying?
TDE change, you know what I'm saying?
I dig your artists. I don't think any of them are whack. So, hey, that's a good thing right there already. You ain't even got to work. Then when I talk about your artist, I ain't got to lie. You know what I'm saying? I got to lie. I'll be like, yo, this song is good. It really means it's really good.
Slick as Elder Barge with the finger waves. Work it, JT. I'm selling verses, JT.
Man. So, I
hey, Top.
In the diagonal square.
Me,
man. Diagonal square. And what high sign? Say peace.
Peace, man. New music coming soon with me and Archimedes. New music coming soon from me. As soon as I can get these mixes out the gate, off the floor, keep that on the flow. We're gonna probably do something, bigger to let y'all know what's going on. Should y'all care to know, and you should care to know. And yeah, man.
You know what?
It's coming soon.
Anwar, I'm gonna send you something tonight. I got something. I'm gonna send you something tonight. I just thought about something. Look, y'all.
I'm working so hard on these
Man.
records, man.
We're gonna have our own release schedule. All right.
We're gonna have our own release schedule, man. We're gonna have an announcement of an announcement for y'all real soon.
Yeah, I think we should do
that.
Man,
I've been working so hard on these records, bro. Like people feel like when they don't see you,
like everybody at once or something, like whatever. PL said something, all right, and y'all gonna wait. And y'all
we got trying to be like the month of the man, like back in the days of Method Man, Redman. Like the month of the man, like have like the 1 month dropping everything.
The month of the vibe.
See, bam.
Man. Listen,
y'all better be ready.
So Top, man, if I make me an A&R,
get Top on marketing. The phone.
Get Top on the phone, man. I'm trying to go to TDE. I'm trying to go to TDE or Rhyme Sayers. If I sign to a label at all, it would be one of those. And so holla at me, man. This is the crazy thing, because y'all, I don't know if y'all realize this, but like when you're silent, when you're quiet, people really think that you just don't be doing nothing. Like as an artist, people are like, man, like people think that when you come out with a record, it's like, yeah, you must have made these all in the last couple months. Like, nah, man. Like artists are working on music all the time, most of the time. And it just takes a long time to really craft something that looks and sounds like something, man. So, we out here working hard on this stuff and trying not to let life get in the way of it. We are on the way.
Because life can get all up.
Ain't never gotta work it out. The stakes is high for all of us. So the work that we have coming is of very sharp quality, because stakes are high and life is valuable and precarious at times as well.
True.
Before we get to our last person, I'm trying to get these classics out. I'm trying to get somebody to be like, yo, that joint is actually a classic. Don't even say His whole catalog is like that, or at least the part that y'all see. I'm just trying to do a song I gotta,
y'all. And Zeus, I'm not going. Tinashe, really? Zeus, come on now.
What's wrong with Tinashe?
As a contemporary to SZA, come on.
Oh, okay.
Tinashe, I hope you Zeus. Come on now.
Clip is
now,
clipped.
Normani,
clipped up
Normani
right now.
has an opportunity, because Normani can not only sing, but she can dance her butt off. Normani has an opportunity in a space where there's not a lot of people feeling that right now. Her dancing is on point. So she's already.
So you saying Tinashe's dancing is not on point?
Tinashe's nothing is on point. All right.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Look, this is what happens when y'all ask me stuff. Man. This is what happens when y'all ask me stuff.
That's why we can't get on TDE, because you won't push the game.
Straight up, man.
You gotta hop out the Jeep. You gotta hop out the Jeep and baby. But nah, look.
Yeah, Normani, you acting like Tupac in the casino.
I think is dope. I think Normani, give her a chance, give her a little more time. she's killing it on the low. But Tinashe, she look at pictures of her. I don't know why her marketing team always has her like licking stuff. It's weird. It's just weird. Look up Tinashe. She's like licking things. And it's not like she's licking like ice cream. She's licking like items. It's just.
I'm definitely gonna look this up.
It's just weird. I don't know why they make her do that, but it's just weird.
Hey, good marketing is good marketing. What do you want?
This girl just licking things. It's like, I don't know. Anyway.
That marketing plan was me.
Last but not least, we got, of course, the Long Beach Hove, PL Parker Lewis. Say what's up.
Thank you for coming out. Good night.
Yeah.
Man, you just ruined the whole episode for me, man.
Yeah, man, we were doing so well.
We were doing so well.
Thank you for coming. God bless. Good night. I guess
Thank you. I know
I'm about to write that think piece. I'm about to write that think piece, man.
Oh,
I gotta write the think piece, man.
Yeah, man. PL, man, ruined the show.
It's about to be tragic for you.
Thanks,
man.
PL. Thanks.
We're gonna leave y'all with some dope music from us to you. We say thanks for watching and peace. We out of here. I know NERDSoul Light ain't here to give y'all the power,
peace,
but y'all know the woo
can be a W, see, and the W is woo for wisdom. That's that wisdom.
Witty, unpredictable.
Do the science, son.
And natural game.
Mathematics.
Natural game. You know what I'm saying? Revolution. The revolution will be.
Everybody, let's raise the roof.
It feels good when you do it.
Let's do it.
Raise the roof.
The roof is, in fact, on fire.
Raise the roof, boy. Oh man, we out. Look, we love all y'all. Peace.
Peace, y'all. Peace. Well, yeah.
What up?
I'm the man, yes, sir, that killed the bare-handed so the people won't forget it. Getting money for I was legal to drink. I care what a broke nigga think.
Just like the Parker Lewis.
Look, everything I do so cold. I can do this, both eyes closed. Too short, I stay on my toes. About that guap boy, anything goes. Help the bear if we outside. Help the bear if we outside. Still tipping, baby, nothing changed. I'm still grinding over here, yeah. Still sliding through my own lane. Shorty, nothing funny over here. Dallas rain everywhere around me. Dream to get money. Made it through the storm, living sunny. Dreams came true, now we eating. I got more dreams to chase, gotta reach them. Trying to put a team together like the Hunger Games. Everybody grinding cause we all came from Hunger Games.